We don't have to be very astute to know that the banking system is in crisis, and the ship is about to hit the fan, big time. Listen, we had the majority of the country not working for a year or more, with no reduction in spending, and only slight reduction in income. At any other time in history, most major countries would be enduring hyperinflation, with rates of hundreds of % a day. Yet, somehow the banks survive. Banking consumers are buoyed up by government financial guarantees to reimburse any losses. But wait. Where will the government get the money to meet those guarantees? Government doesn't have any money of its own. It only has our money. So that kinda means we are guaranteeing our own banking deposits. I got it. Let's start the money thing all over again. Let's do away with banks, and cash, and investments, and savings and borrowings, and instead rely on the one set of people we can truly trust to take care of all of that for us. Of course. Let the government have it all. Let them issue a digital currency on a blockchain, like Bitcoin, only not. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as you can imagine, too many things. Needs a separate video, if there is time. This is imminent, by the way. But before we look at CBDC itself, no cash in your purse, /pocket /wallet. Let that sink in. Gone is the opportunity to slip a 20 note into a grandchild's birthday card. Gone is the opportunity to tip casually for good service. Gone any chance of making an anonymous donation to charity, and also the dropping some needed funds in a beggar's hand. Saving up coins in a jar against a rainy day, or for a special treat, gone. Along with the chance to spend money privately. The major differences between Bitcoin and similar blockchain currencies and the CBDC is very much down to two things: autonomy and privacy. With Bitcoin, you own your bit of Bitcoin, however much that is, it is yours. And if you lose it, it's like losing cash, gone forever since no one else can access it. But whilst you have it, you can spend it, unrestricted, with any merchant who accepts it. CBDC will remain owned by whoever finally issues it. A country-based federal bank run by your government, or an international federal bank run by God knows who, and for what end. But since it is more like a programmable token than a coin, the owner can dictate on what it can be spent. So you roll up to pay for something, and computer says no. Because according to its records, you are already too fat, too unhealthy, too likely to use your ticket to go to a protest, you can't afford it. Whatever the AI determines about you. No argument. Another major difference between the platforms is that Bitcoin code is open source, whereas CBDC is not. This means that anyone can look at the code for the Bitcoin blockchain operation and validate it does not have any malicious code to breach your privacy to some bad actor whilst you use it. You will not be so sure of the CBDC. We already hear it linked to social credit scoring, in a similar way to Chinese system, for maximum person control. So, what now? This is all planned for soon, under the name The Great Reset. It has been planned meticulously for years. As you can imagine, people all around the world have been testing this code ahead of the day. Suddenly, there's a crisis. They need to find a quick solution. Goodness me, look what we found. But, whatever the crisis, the CBDC cannot be the only viable solution. Let's look at what other countries do before we rush in. There may be merit in joint alternative efforts. Do not let them use the scammer's trick of rushing your response. Remember, however you voted, if you are UK, Brexit was about taking back control. Not about preparing to lose it to an even bigger conglomerate, like a World Bank. I'll produce more soon, but Google others' videos too. Never completely trust a single source, not even me.